Welcome to our first segment of Ask Dr. Meeks. The University of Memphis has taken our classes and our access to students to a virtual platform. And so we wanted to be able to provide services for you to answer questions you may have as you work at home. And so we are excited that you're here to join us. And if you have any questions, we want you to send them to us via our social media, and we will be able to answer those questions for you. So today, I was asked a question, and I wanted to make sure I answered it today. But before I do that, I want to answer the question about what do we do in career services. Just to remind you of the services we can provide. Our goal is to assist you with your career search and help you transition from college to career. So we can help you with your resumes, your mock interviews, the elevator pitch to speak to companies, how to dress as you interact with employers, how to introduce yourself to employers, a cover letter, and how to make your LinkedIn account. So the question was asked, what are the first steps when searching for a job? So the first thing you need to do is prepare a great resume. Your resume is the introduction to your employer, and it's gonna be the tool that employers use to make the decision whether you can be opted in or out of the interviewing process. When you prepare this great resume, we want you to do one thing. We want to make sure you create a general resume that has everything you have done, and then we want you to create multiple targeted ones. Now, the general resume that has everything will not be sent to an employer. We recommend one sheet, no more than two, with details about your relevant experience for a job experience. We also recommend that you don't use a template from a website because it limits the ability for you to make changes to your resume as your career progresses. So we recommend one general resume with everything you've done for your records, and then you're going to create multiple targeted ones specific to the positions that you're applying for. Secondly, you want to meet with career services. At the University of Memphis, every student has a career specialist for their talent community to assist you with your career preparation needs. And so I am your STEM career specialist, and I support students in the engineering school as well as in the College of Arts and Sciences, all of the science and technology majors. When you apply for jobs, you want to keep a log of applications. As you create this log, you're going to record the title to the position. You're going to record the company, and then you're going to download the job description so that when the company reaches back to you to set up an interview, you will be able to find the job you apply for. As you apply for jobs, sometimes it takes companies a little minute to respond, and so when you go back to their website, that position may be gone. So you want to make sure you keep that in your records so that you can have access to it when needed. The next thing you want to do is search Handshake and LinkedIn. Now, in order to be able to search those sites, you want to make sure you build a great profile so that you will be able to have a professional picture and record all your skills and all of your experiences. Now, on both of these websites, you will be able to put every experience that you have had, your volunteer experience, your projects and your activities, because employers will use this to determine if they want to invite you to apply for a job. We have had several students who have done a great job on their profiles, and companies offered them the opportunity to work or interview for their company. Next, you want to access your network. Now, many students don't realize how important your network is. And when you access your network, there's a lot of resources you have with that. These are the people that are in your network: your career specialists at the University of Memphis, your professors, your internship supervisors, your family and friends. Now, a lot of times people don't think that their family or friends are key because they think they're not in the industry. But there is something called 6 degrees of separation, and that means that you are 6 people away from anyone you want to meet. And I suggest that you Google that and learn a little bit more about that. Then we want you to identify companies that you want to work with. You're going to visit their career or work career pages, and then you're going to find out what types of positions they have, whether it be internships or full-time, and then you're going to look for what they're needing. And then the last step, you're going to check LinkedIn, and you're going to look at those companies and positions you're searching for and see if we have any University of Memphis alumni or any connections that work in these companies. And then you're going to reach out to them and make a connection. And most people are willing to help someone reach their goals. And during this time, there's a lot of people that want to help students who are graduating and want to find a job. So make sure you utilize your network. And I have one more thing to say about the network process. A lot of people don't realize that as you use your network, there are some key things that you get to benefit from. So when an employer is trying to fill a job, the first thing they do is they reach from within the company. And so they'll post what's called an internal job posting. And if they find who they need, then that's the end of that, and they won't post a position because you won't ever know about it. The next thing they do, if they can't find it within the company, then they'll ask the employers and the network, do you know anyone who can fill this position? And then if they can't find someone via their network, then they will use an agency like a headhunter or someone who helps them find candidates. And then lastly, they will post a job. Now, generally, when a company has an entry-level position, they will go to colleges because they know they're looking for someone who's beginning in their career. But what do we do when we normally look for a job? We first go to the job sites and we'll just apply for positions. The next thing we'll do is we'll use an agency because we get a little desperate and like, oh, I've been searching for a while, I'm not getting any responses, so let me see if I can get somebody to connect me. And then we will ask our network and ask our family and friends, or if someone knows someone. And we don't even have access to within the company because we're not using our network. So I want you to change your perspective of how you apply for jobs and begin to see how important it is for you to utilize your network and develop a network. Most people are willing to help you connect to someone if they know someone that can help you get to your goal. So make sure you realize that the network is very important. Also, you have a lot of resources at the University of Memphis. I want you to visit our memphis.edu/STEM website. We have sample resumes for you to use and begin filling out yours. We have cover letter samples, and then we also have research and job opportunities. And lastly, we want you to follow us on social media, and you can send your questions via Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or you can email me at jmeeks@memphis.edu, and our hashtag is U of M STEM Careers. So thank you for joining us for our first segment of Ask Dr. Meeks, and I look forward to answering your questions. So please submit them, and we will see you on the next time.